Tuna occupies an interesting and somewhat problematic position in discussions about brain-healthy foods. On one hand, it provides legitimate nutritional benefits including omega-3 fatty acids and niacin, both relevant to NAD+ metabolism and neurological function. On the other hand, tuna comes with significant contamination concerns that complicate straightforward recommendations, particularly for people trying to eat it regularly for health benefits. Let's start with the positive aspects. Tuna contains DHA and EPA, the long-chain omega-3 fatty acids that support brain cell membrane integrity and reduce inflammation. These same fats support mitochondrial function, creating an environment where NAD+ can be utilized more efficiently for energy production. Tuna also provides niacin, the direct NAD+ precursor, along with high-quality protein and other B vitamins. From a pure nutrient profile perspective, tuna checks several boxes for supporting the metabolic systems involved in brain energy and NAD+ balance. However, mercury contamination is a serious issue with tuna, particularly larger, longer-lived species like albacore and bluefin. Mercury is a neurotoxin that accumulates in fish tissue and in human bodies over time. The irony of eating tuna specifically for brain health while simultaneously exposing yourself to a brain-damaging heavy metal is not lost on researchers who study these issues. Mercury toxicity can cause cognitive impairment, memory problems, and neurological damage, essentially the opposite of what we're trying to achieve. The FDA and EPA provide guidelines suggesting that adults can safely consume certain types of tuna in moderate amounts, but moderate is key. Light tuna, typically skipjack, has lower mercury levels than albacore or other species. If you're eating tuna specifically for brain health, you should probably limit consumption to 2 or 3 servings per week maximum and prioritize lower mercury varieties. For pregnant women, young children, and individuals with high cumulative mercury exposure, even more caution is warranted. There's also the sustainability question. Many tuna populations are overfished, and industrial tuna fishing has significant environmental impacts, including bycatch of other marine species. From a broader health perspective, ecosystem collapse and environmental degradation ultimately affect human health, including through food security and exposure to environmental toxins. Choosing sustainable, pole-caught tuna when possible is more expensive but addresses some of these concerns. Regarding Alzheimer's disease specifically, the evidence for fish consumption and cognitive health is mixed. Some observational studies suggest regular fish eaters have lower dementia risk, but these studies cannot prove causation and involve people eating fish as part of overall healthy dietary patterns. When researchers conduct randomized trials giving fish oil supplements, the results for cognitive protection are generally disappointing. This suggests that either the observational associations are confounded by other factors, or that whole fish provides benefits beyond just the omega-3 content, or that timing and duration matter more than we appreciate. For someone already dealing with cognitive decline, adding tuna to the diet is unlikely to produce noticeable improvements. The neurodegenerative processes in Alzheimer's involve extensive cellular damage that dietary interventions cannot reverse. At best, adequate nutrition, including moderate fish consumption, might support overall health and slow further decline, but expectations should be modest. The practical recommendation is this: if you enjoy tuna and want to include it as part of a brain-healthy diet, choose light tuna over albacore, limit consumption to a few times per week, and source it as responsibly as possible. But don't force yourself to eat tuna if you don't like it, and don't ignore the mercury risk. There are other sources of omega-3s and niacin that don't come with the same contamination concerns. Tuna is an option, not a necessity.